Okay, I think some people are asking me that they are getting an information that the studio is full. Yes, we only be able to take 10 people at a time. So if you're unable to join the studio right now, I think we are going to be available now on the YouTube link you are provided on your email. So you can join. And by the time some of the people in the studio have been able to introduce themselves and probably be able to maybe ask one or two questions, they can step out so that some of us who are in on YouTube can now step in to be able to also contribute. It's going to be very conversational. This session is going to be very, very conversational. It is just for us to be able to meet ourselves, be able to discourse, and for us to be able to be on the same page as regarding how this program will run. Some of you have been expecting us to send you some information, some emails, which we're not doing that because there is so much more for you on this program beyond what can be communicated on a basic email. So let's see how many can join right now. I think we are able to accept everybody in the studio now. Okay, good. So, like I said, my name is Femi Johnson, and I'm going to be your coordinator in the
Did
next
they
3
send something
months.
to your email or not?
And, um, and I also want to advise, if you are not talking to us yet, you can mute your microphone so that we can be able to have a good time. So in the next 3 months, I'm going to be, all of you are going to be seeing in your different classes and on the different, different groups as we engage ourselves. So when you look at the title of our program, in one way it is called Tech Talent Accelerator. On the other side, it is called Train to Hire. So people have been asking questions, why train to hire? And I just want to, learn, digital marketing. I just want to learn business analysis. Some of us, we have people on this call who are actually planning to relocate to Canada or UK or US, and you are trying to look at an opportunity to develop career in tech before you move. And so we look at some of those questions here because all of you are here have duly registered for this program, not only showed interest. So you have registered and you are onboarded. So this is what we do. I will first of all briefly introduce to you this program for you to understand some of the things we are having on board. Then we will begin to put in our questions. So please, if you are joining us on YouTube, just hold on. If you have questions, you can punch it in the comment section, or you can wait until we are able to bring you here so that you can also contribute, in the conversation. So this is going to be conversational. So let me start by, first of all, introducing the organization and the program itself. So this is Train to Hire, a Tech Talent Accelerator Program by Sourcing BPO. Some of you, when you look at Sourcing BPO, you can see LLC there. LLC simply means that we are incorporated and running business in the United States. So Sourcing Business is also a Nigerian company. Don't forget that. We are also a Nigerian company and we are also operational in the United States. And the reason for that is very simple. We are a company that is into the business of connecting tech professionals with organizations around the world. We do something that is similar to what Upwork and Fiverr do. Some of you are familiar with Upwork, you are familiar with Fiverr, you are familiar with freelancer.com. And so Sourcing also have a platform where we connect tech professionals, you can call them freelancers, to jobs remotely. And so part of what we also do, when you look at our name, Sourcing BPO, BPO simply means business process outsourcing. So we don't only connect, tech professionals to jobs, we also actually collect most of these business on B2B levels. So we have businesses that we manage. Some of them are local, some of them are foreign. So we have businesses that we manage, and we use our tech professionals to implement some of their processes. And that is the reason behind Train to Hire. So what we are trying to do with Train to Hire is that we are trying to onboard people, young professionals who are passionate about tech to join us on some of our projects, which means that the first interest we have for organizing and introducing this initiative is actually for us to have people who can actually work with us. Okay, so we are not trying to look for, when it comes to tech, tech is a journey. You have some people who have grown with some organizations. I don't want to start mentioning some tech, companies, startups in Nigeria today. Some people have grown with them in the last 4 or 5 years. And so for you to be able to add on some of these guys and bring them on your platform to do your jobs, sometimes you encounter all manners of challenges, because one thing you need when it comes to outsource jobs is that you need loyalty and you need competence. You need people who are competent, you need people who are loyal to your project, right? So we know that it is important for us to groom our own talent so that we can have these people to work with us in our virtual back office. Right, that's very important. So let's go on to introduce. At this point, actually, I'm supposed to open the floor for us to introduce ourselves, but let me go a step further to introduce, the project. So Sourcing BPO is a business process outsourcing organization with presence in the United States and Nigeria, the brainchild of visionaries with more than 15 years experience in relevant field of industry. Sourcing BPO is leading the pack with the unwavering passion to establish Africa as a leading destination for global talent. Over the last 18 months, we have trained more than 2,000 freelancers in industry critical business and tech skills, most of whom have been onboarded onto our freelancing platform. Don't forget, I told you the other time that we have freelance platform. Last year, we actually started free mentorship program where we have spent over, I don't want to mention the amount, but we actually spent millions of naira training people for free. But the result wasn't really impressive probably because it was free, so we couldn't get the kind of quality we want. And so our goal right now is to ensure we target only those who are ready to invest into themselves, through which they can be able to value the process, because the process is not easy. To go into tech requires a lot of discipline, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time has to be invested into it. And of course, if you get it free, to be able to take that pain, sometimes you give up. When you are giving something free, and that thing is not easy. It is just easy to just forget about it. But if it costs you something to get on a project, no matter how difficult it is, you are able to push yourself because of the investment you have made into it. And that's why we are at this point today. So on the front line of our management, we have myself, Femi Johnson. We have Adekunle Olusanya, who is the Chief Operating Officer. Yeah, all of you are going to be technically, you're going to be meeting him because he's going to be coordinating most of the project we'll be working on. He's going to be coordinating most of the project we're going to be working on in the next 3 months. So you're going to be meeting him, and he's also going to be, the main guy on business analysis. So for those of you who are taking business analysis, you're going to be having a nice time with Adekunle. And also we have Angela. Angela is our staff in the United States. So she is an American citizen. She resides in Texas. And of course, she does most of the jobs that are required of us to do, because myself talking to you, I'm actually in Lagos, Nigeria. Adekunle is in Nigeria. So Angela is in Texas, and she does most of the things that are needed to be done, physically on ground. All right, let me proceed further. So let's look at Tech Accelerator Program. So the Train to Hire initiative is a part of our Tech Talent Accelerator Program, dedicated to nurturing and elevating the finest tech and business professionals in Africa. Our mission is to empower participants with the skills and knowledge necessary to excel in their chosen tech careers and match them with innovative tech startups worldwide. Now, let me say this. When some of you register, you see options, the goals, we try to assess the reason why you are registering. Some of you register because you are looking at international opportunity. Some of you want to travel abroad. Some of you have already traveled abroad, and so you are trying to develop your career in tech for better opportunity. Some of you are fresh graduates, NYC. Some of you are already working and you are trying to branch into tech. Some of you are already in tech and you're trying to acquire real-time, skills and practical knowledge around your domain, right? So these are the diverse background from which all of us are coming from, and that's why it is important to lay this foundation and for us to have this kind of conversation, going forward. So this program, of course, most of you know, is going to run for the next 12 weekends. It's going to be intensive hands-on training. We're going to be working on real-time projects, and we're going to be dealing with a lot of professionals in this process. So some of you have been asking me, is it true that we're going to be spending almost 10 hours every weekend? Yes, maybe or maybe not, right? We could spend as little as 2 hours a weekend. We could spend as much as 10 hours a weekend. It depends. And at the end of the day, it's all about you and your instructor and the project you have at hand, understanding how to deliver and how to move by it. So once you can do a job of 10 hours in 30 minutes, you're good to go. But if it has to cost you 10 hours, then so be it. Okay, so we look at the highlight. The highlight is very simple: intensive 12-week hands-on training, instructor-led sessions by by experts in the various field. We have internships with real businesses, yes, and of course some of you will say, you know what, with the knowledge I've received right now, I don't want to work with sourcing. I want to work elsewhere. I want to look for better opportunity. We are going to provide you, free CV, optimization, free LinkedIn profile, transformation services along, after this training, when we are very sure that whatever you are putting on your LinkedIn is for real, what you can deliver. Also, automatic job placement for top program graduate. Let me say this. We actually have space to take everybody after this program. We have not been saying that in the public space because we don't want to sound, kind of making exaggeration or making a kind of promise we can't deliver. But the truth of the matter is that so far so good for everyone that have registered for this program. We have capacity to actually retain everyone. But like I said, to retain has to do with proof that in the next 12 months, you put in your best, you have the capacity to deliver. Let me tell you, some of our projects are foreign projects. And let me tell you something about that. If we put somebody on a project and it fails, you are not only going to lose that job or that project, sourcing is going to lose that client. That's what it means. And we know how much it costs. We know the process it costs to bring on board a client to say, you know what, we work from Africa, but we can deliver on your project, So we want to make sure that you are good. That's why all of us on this call, we are going to be working on real life businesses projects that in the next 3 months, they are going to be live. Okay, so this program is going to be digital marketing, full stack software development, data science, and machine learning. So I think I'm going to pause here. I'm going to pause here and I'm going to open the floor. Some of us who are already in the room, in the studio, I want you to unmute yourself one after the other. I would like you to introduce yourself and tell us the program you are putting in for. So I'm going to mute myself. So we're going to unmute ourselves one after the other. Or if you need me to call you, I'm going to have to start calling you so that you can unmute yourself and tell us about yourself, the program you are putting in for, your expectation, and every other thing you think you would like us to know. We really want to know your expectation. So let me start with, should we start with Jeremiah? Because I can see your face. Maybe I have to start with you. So please unmute yourself, introduce yourself, let's know what you are putting in for, and let's know your expectation.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'm Jeremiah Oluwadepo by name. I'm actually putting in for data analysis and business intelligence. Um, my core expectation is after this, I would like to become an expertise in data analysis using some data analysis tools, and also like to dive into more into tech as we know the revolution outside in all over across the world, which actually connotes that tech is actually taking over, artificial intelligence is actually taking over the world currently. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, nice one. Thank you. Thank you, Jeremiah. Nice meeting you. So let's move on to Evans. Evans, are you there?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, my name is Evans Oluchi. I actually enrolled for digital marketing. The reason being that it's something I've actually wanted to do for a very long time, but I don't think I've seen any boot camp that I could do that with. So when I saw course in, I picked interest in it. So at the end of the day, I hope to actually build a career with it. Yes. So that's my expectation at the end of the program, sir.
Nice one. Thank you, Evans. Let me speak to that briefly. I think digital marketing, you're going to be dealing with me from start to finish. I think maybe at some point we might introduce one or two resource person as well. I've done this for 10 years. And I will tell you that when it comes to tech, with Femi Johnson, I'm basically a digital marketer, right? And today, I am pioneering one of the major tech for remote workers in Africa called Sourcing, okay? And I started as a digital marketer, okay? So Sky is actually your beginning, honestly. So we're gonna have a nice time together. All right, let me move on to I've not introduced Uju. Uju is one of our instructors. So let me move on to Joseph. Joseph Adewumi, are you there? Okay, you need to unmute yourself, Joseph.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good evening. Once again, thanks for this opportunity. My name is Joseph Adewumi. I reside here in Lagos. I put in for data analytics and business intelligence. I'm trying to transit from current career to the tech related one. That's why when I got this opportunity, that's why I put in. And I believe at the end of this program, I will be available that opportunity to transit into fully into tech. Thank you.
All right, nice one. Thank you. It's very good to hear from you. And I want to promise you that I think Uju is here. She's going to be one of your instructor for data analysis. You're going to really have a good time with that. So let me move to the next person. Who is the next person, please? Esther, are you there? Esther, can you
Yes.
introduce yourself in a
Okay.
minute?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, please.
Okay. I'm Esther. I'm a student, and I'll be learning digital marketing.
Anyway, we can barely hear you.
Oh, I said I'm Esther. I'm a student, and I'll also be learning digital marketing.
Digital marketing, okay. I believe Esther is she's joining us from US. Okay, that's good. You're welcome. All right. So what's your expectation anyway? We want to know your expectation.
Uh, Basically, know the foundation and basis. It's very good. Like someone, like a young person like me, goes into like tech stuff because it's like highly demanding. So it's something that as a young person you can like grow and like also use it in one of the industries here. So yeah.
All right, thank you, thank you. Okay, so who else do we have there? Let me check. Let me start checking names. We have Oluwadarasim, I think you are the camp. Can you speak?
Yes, I can.
Okay, please introduce yourself.
My name is Uluwadar and I am for the digital marketing class. So I hope to learn how to teach products and explanation.
All right, thank you. Okay, I need to push more people in here. We have Joshua, right? We have Joshua in the house. Okay, can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, sorry, I had a little issue with my network. All right, so I think we're supposed to have Sydney next. We
Okay,
have
can I be
Sydney.
heard?
Go ahead, please.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Sydney Elua.
Good evening.
I'm info data analysis and business intelligence. And I'm actually hoping to skill up to be able to do virtual gigs like this opportunity is promising, and in the long run be able to switch careers to tech. So those are my expectations. Thank you.
Nice one. Nice one. You're welcome. All right. Who else do we have around? I think we have a couple of individuals on the YouTube. Yes, Joshua.
Okay, yes. I'm sorry, I think I had internet challenge.
Yes, I noticed that you've been going off and on.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, so can I introduce myself?
Please go ahead, please.
Okay, my name is Joshua Olorumbimi. I live in Lagos. I work for a company called Zoetis. I'm responsible for the business in West Africa. I've been in business development, particularly sales, for 12 years. So my first interest, I'm interested in digital marketing anyway for the accelerator program, and my interest in digital marketing started sometimes in October last year when at work, one of the sales learning and development program, we did digital marketing on Google Digital Garage. So I went further to also enroll for a course through Coursera for Google Digital Marketing and e-commerce. So I've taken the course in the last 6 months. I've been on it, but I didn't feel really fulfilled. So my goal for taking this course is to see how I can broaden my horizon. First of all, I want to add at least a professional marketing capabilities to what I currently do to attract roles in marketing as well. But if it is more rewarding also than what I currently do, I may completely switch into digital marketing. Thank you.
Nice. I'm so happy to hear that. You're welcome. We say that I'm a digital marketer, not by accident, not by let me put it by circumstance. Yes, because I actually launched an e-commerce platform years back, and I couldn't afford to hire a digital marketer because I knew that I needed a digital marketer to help to build my business. And at the end of the day, I had to go into it to learn. So after learning digital marketing in the process, my e-commerce platform failed, because you need more than just marketing to build a startup. So at the end of the day, I look at it and say, you know what? I think this digital marketing stuff, I can offer the services to other businesses. And that was my launch career in digital marketing. So it's actually a very fantastic career. And one of the things I'm passionate about is actually training, over the years. So I will tell you something. Anything I teach you and you can't get it, you can't get mastery in it, nobody else can teach you. I have that reputation. So when it comes to digital marketing, from ads to SEO, which is the major problem in digital marketing, major challenge, SEO, analytics and the rest of it, you're going to have a nice time with me. So let me go to Uju. I don't know if Uju is there. Okay. Okay. Uju has been around all along. Okay, Uju, are you around? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, please kindly introduce yourself and what you'll be doing for us in the next 3 months.
Please bear with me. Am I permitted to talk without on my camera?
That's okay. That's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Please, others, bear with me. Okay. My name is Ujunwa. My surname is Edum. So I've been a data analyst for up to 4-5 years. I'm also a graduate of statistics. So I've been handling data for years for now, and I've been training people on data analytics, but professionally, I work as a data analyst, though evolving into data science. So I would be talking with, or rather, I'll be training people that are in data analytics and business intelligence option. I just want you to understand that you made the right choice, but it's solely dependent on your passion. One thing I want you to understand, and I used to tell my students, is that all of us are adults. I don't know, can you people still hear me?
We can hear you, please.
We can hear you, man.
Okay. All of us are adults, and this training is virtually based. So you will do yourself the best, or you will do yourself good by doing the assignments. If I give you data and tell you to do something about it, you do it. By doing it, you are being an expert. And I tell people, nobody can train you from a beginner to an expert level. It's by the doing, or doing many practices, doing projects project and building your portfolio would help you to be an expert. Do you understand? So it's beyond what we are going to train you to, what the passion you have behind that, and willingness to learn, willingness to ask questions, willingness to even do practices. The only thing is that you can actually, the only one advantage here is that you can reach out to me at any point that you are, as in that you are confused, unlike other online platforms that you are just listening to the tutor and he's just speaking. After listening, your data is gone, nobody there to ask questions. So you asking questions and doing the work that I will be giving you would help you to understand more, and it will even help you to build your own portfolio, because in this tech field, beyond the theoretical knowledge, the practical is very much important. And by doing works or doing projects, you are building your portfolio, because some offices would even ask you, which projects have you done? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Is anybody hearing me?
Yeah,
Am I talking to
sure.
myself?
We can hear
Yes,
you.
we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm speaking directly to people that I am going to be training, but I believe it's a general advice. Do you understand? So by doing that, you are building projects, you are doing practicals. I just want you to understand the difference between what you're going to be learning and what you have there on YouTube and other social media platforms. Do you understand? So just make yourself available, be passionate about that. For people in my class, I am going to start from the zero level. Even if you are not a statistics graduate, by God's grace, being a statistician by academics and being a data analyst, it's an addition to you. If you are to ask me, it's better I learn data analytics under someone that is a statistician. Do you understand? I spent 5 years studying statistics. Then I came out and I decided to go into the field of data analytics. Do you understand? So let me not talk too much till we meet in class. You are welcome. I just want you to know that you've not made the wrong decision. The money you paid is
Is
quite
country
worth
manager.
it. That's what I would assure you. And I hope you will not regret it. It still depends on you working,
Sorry.
and depends on you
Okay.
asking your questions. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, Uju. Are you true?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. So I wanted to actually bring on one of the presentation made by Angela, because Angela is not here right now. So since she's not here, so we have to like just listen to one of our presentation in one of our seminars. So let me just bring that on. Yeah.
To tell us about opportunities for remote work, especially how African talents in Nigeria and other African countries can leverage remote work for opportunities in the US and Canada. So she is the one handling the business in the US and Canada right now, and she has helped the company secure partnerships across North America. Angela, you have the floor, please.
Yes. Hello everyone. Thank you for having me here on the meeting. Remote work and outsourcing work is very interesting right now because we're done with the first part of the COVID-19 coronavirus emergency, global worldwide emergency, and we're moving into a new phase where it's no longer pandemic, but it's endemic. It's part of a seasonal uh, thing that we have to deal with each season. And it's impacted remote work and job outsourcing. During the pandemic phase was 3 years in the United States, and a lot of people were working at home. They were doing remote work. We had digital nomads. We had a lot of people in America and Canada that would travel to foreign countries, and they wanted to be tourists and travelers and vacationers while they worked. Some even go on a cruise ship. So what a lot of the bosses and the CEOs and the chief operating officers have decided is, instead of paying an American a high income or salary, they want to hire Nigerians, West Africans, people from the African continent to work remote jobs, to be digital nomads, to work at home. They want to outsource those jobs to Nigeria and Africa. They find that the investors want them to spend less on their employees and their overhead and operating costs. There's a lot of huge opportunities. You'd be amazed at the jobs that are leaving America, Canada, the UK, Ireland, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and even the Philippines and India, Southeast Asia. You have jobs leaving those areas and coming to Africa. There's a lot of African people, especially in East Africa, that do content moderation for social media like Facebook or Twitter. And so those jobs are already there, and more sophisticated jobs are coming to Africa. And you all can feel free to contact me and ask me any questions. I've shown Mr. Femi Johnson.
Okay, I believe we all listen to Angela. So Angela is staff working in the US, and that was a presentation is in one of our seminars. All right. So what she's just trying to talk about is the fact that um, what we are doing at sourcing is not just building talent in Africa, but as we are building talent in Africa, we are also sourcing for jobs. That's why the name of this company is called Sourcing. We are sourcing for jobs in America, in Canada, in Europe to make sure that these jobs are available for those who are also competent to do the same job. So you guys can see the kind of task we actually have in our hands. We are building talent, and as well we are sourcing jobs, and we are marrying them together. That's why this program is tagged Train to Hire. Right. So let's quickly look at the approach to this program. When Uju was talking the other time, she mentioned the fact that going into tech is beyond just learning, it has to do with practicals. So, like I also said at the introduction, I told you that this program is going to be about building, it's going to be about doing, not just learning on the board. So, we're going to be working on projects, on ideas, on business from start to the finish of this training. So at the end of this training, you will not only be trained, you will also have a career record that you have worked before on a project. And so the level of experience you are going to gain in this program can give you enough boost to say, you know what, I'm not going to just stay where I am. I'm going to just put my CV together and go for something bigger. Or you can say, you know what, I think I'm down with what sourcing is doing and I want to be part of the story, right? So you look at it, we have um, we're introducing the product, articulating and synthesizing a viable product. Then also we're looking at market understanding and reaching out to audience. So what that means is that from business analysis to data analysis and business intelligence down to digital marketing, all of us are going to be working together like different departments. So what this training is also exposing you to is not just to learn, it's going to also give you an understanding on how interrelated tech fields are in an organization. There is a department that is for design. There is a department for business analysis, data, strategy, and all of that. So all of us are going to be coordinating and are going to be working together. That's how powerful and how sophisticated this training is going to be. So not just an ordinary training. Now let me go further. The product is going to be around a competence-based immigration service for the young, vibrant. Task will include discover and groom talent, discover visionary partners, create the perfect connection. So we're going to be building a business around this. I'm not going to give you a detail yet. By the time Adekunle is actually on transit as we speak now, he is actually supposed to speak to how this program will run, but I have to do that on his behalf. And by next week, Saturday, especially for those who are in business analysis class, are going to be getting first-hand information on our project. So non-traditional, unconventional talent and partners, we're going to uncover, nurture, and engage the appropriate market segments. So when we're talking about market, a business analyst has to know so much about market, market research and the rest of it. And also a digital marketer needs to know about market. If you don't understand market, you can't help a business to sell digital products, across the internet. And also a data analyst must be able to understand how to generate data, how to process data, how to, use data, and most of all of these data that's talking about digital data. Some of you are familiar with one thing. Let me tell you now, you will just nod your head. Sometimes you search for something on Google. Maybe you're searching for, let's say you're searching for, electronics on Google. And a few hours after then, you went on social media, you open your phone and you start seeing adverts, on on electronics popping up on your space. Why is that? Because the digital marketers understood that when somebody, and also the data analysts understood that when somebody needs something, they search for it. And so when they search for it through technology, and because you're an expert in the field, you are able to know that, okay, if somebody is looking for electronics and I'm selling electronics for a particular company, I will know how to target those people so that I can get the product on their devices for them to be able to buy. So all of these things are the things we're going to be learning in this process, right? So programs and the program roles, let's look at some of it. We define programs most suitable to our agenda. High priority will include business analysis, data analysis, and business intelligence, digital marketing. Also, medium priority will include agile software development, because all the things we're going to be working with has to be developed, by full stack developers, agile software developers, and all of that. So all of us are going. So if you're a digital marketer, for example, somebody give you a job and they tell you to do some things on their website. Now, some of the things they give digital marketers to do on the website cannot be done by digital marketer. It has to be done by those who are managing the digital platform. So there are some jobs or some responsibilities that include softwares and all of that. So a digital marketer must know how to interrelate and work along developers who are into programming and the rest of it. So some of these things are going to be real experience for us as we go on this program. The business analysis role will include articulate problem, research and synthesize findings, recommend, evaluate, and validate solutions, provide support pre, within, and post delivery. And also data analysis and business intelligence roles will include understand the problem, identify data sources, synthesize data, guide decision making. That's some of the things they do. So these are the things you do in organization when you become an expert. Then digital marketers will also include, understand the audience, determine audience location, reach, convert, and manage. So all of these things now are now going to be broken down into practicals, because for example, if somebody want to hire you now as a digital marketer, this is what they are expecting you to come and do for them, and we are going to be going through all of these processes in practical terms in the next 3 months. And I think outcomes will include launch a viable product, breaking even in 45 days. So you can imagine for some of you who want to stay with us, whatever we are developing in the next 3 months will be launched into the market, and we have to break even in 45 days, which will be some of the major tasks will be coming from digital marketers, right? So we have to do magic in 45 days, right? So this is how this program is going to run. And in the course of the week, some of you are going to be receiving cost outlines. You're going to be receiving program plans and all of that. So we start receiving email back to back now from Monday. So before we end this session today, do you have questions? So that we can quickly take your question if you have questions. And and maybe it will also help us in our planning, in the course of the, maybe you notice something or you want to bring something up that you feel you need clarification. And let me say this, we've not been saying that because in tech, we don't really encourage and try to speak so much about certificates. At the end of this program, you have certificates to your name, becoming an expert on your area of choice on this program. So there will be certificate, right? There will be certificate. But we never advertise that, because that's for us, that's not a major interest for us. Okay, so do we have any question? Do you have contribution before we call it a day for this opening
Hello.
event? Hello, you're welcome. Who am I
Yes.
speaking
So
with?
this is Joshua.
Okay, Mr. Joshua, go ahead, please.
Yes. So I just wanted to ask, is there a possibility to expand this platform to accommodate everyone? I can imagine people who join via YouTube. If the real training would have to be like that, so how are they able
No,
to interact?
the retraining will not be like that. No.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just for this particular event. After today,
Okay.
it won't be like that. Yes,
All
please.
right. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome. Okay, do we have any other question? And if you are on YouTube, if you have question, you can actually drop question for me on WhatsApp, or you can indicate comments. You can leave a comment on YouTube. We're going to add you up. I think Adinka Adefila has left a comment for me. Okay, Adinka. I don't know if it's on YouTube, but I'm going to ask somebody to volunteer to leave now. Um, I will need like one or two people to step out from the studio so that, okay, um, I think Esther can step out for now. Oluwadarasimi can step out for now. So if they want to join, they can continue with us on YouTube. So Adefila, if you're on this call, maybe on YouTube, you can actually try to come in now. We can accommodate you. All right, Esther, thank you. Thank you so much. So thank you, Mr. Joshua, for that observation. Actually have that in mind. Okay, so if Adefila is not coming in, do we have anybody else in the room with
Okay, a
questions?
question here.
Okay, please.
Okay, this is Sydney. I wanted to ask them whether this medium is the platform we'll be using for interface for all of the training sessions. One, and how whether it's going to be through email or another platform we're going to be exchanging both work notes and lesson
Yes.
plans and the rest.
Oh, good. We are going to be using Google Meet Classroom for our trainings. But for flexibility, this actually particular platform is also one of our platform, and is we're on premium, so it's also open for class. Especially if your class is not more than 10, this is available, and you don't need to download it. And it's actually very flexible, very easy to use, and you can actually be able to navigate between sharing your website and browser to documents and all of that, video and all of that. So it's actually very nice. And you can also record. Like right now, we are recording this program, and we can make the video available for everyone. Okay. Any other question? Adefila, if you want to join, you can see join here. Sophia, I can see you also left a message for me on WhatsApp, so you guys can join here. Okay, in the absence of further questions and contributions, we have to call it a day. And some of you probably you might be added to your group. Okay, I can see Evans. Okay, I think Evans been here before. Okay. So in the course of the week, you might be added to a particular group, maybe for business analysis, digital marketing, um, also data analysis. You might be added to a specific group so that you can start collaborating and start working together. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. It's good to have you around.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.